Hey yo, Plaidman here. Sorry, no plaid, just black. My wonderful shirt that was gifted to me, and I love it. I don't know if you can see, but I got a fire going. It's not much of a fire, it's like the tail end of a fire. I don't know what you call the back end of a fire. Whatever. Lots to talk about. I've had a lot of family stuff going on, and by family stuff meaning my wife is about to give birth. Like, we are this close. As in, tomorrow is supposedly the due date, but it can happen whenever, and we're just waiting. We're waiting for what we call our baby Squish. His birth name will probably be called Robin, but we don't know. We're figuring it out. We've tossed around a bunch of names and yada yada yada. It's a whole complicated thing. So much going on. I'm being better as a person. I'm feeling this weird weight as a future dad, rather, of things I should be doing and whatnot. And I'm one of those people that I feel like I'm kind of slow to change when it comes to certain things, and that's not a justification. And it's not okay. But in some ways, I'm doing really good. In other ways, I'm not doing so good. But I'm doing better. So there's that. My wife happens to be amazing, so I love her for that. One thing I've noticed that's fascinating is my priorities have changed as we've gotten closer and closer and closer. Working on the weekends has been something that I did all the time and have done for the past 5 years or so, for the most part, almost every weekend, both days. But now I'm like, no, I'll take the day off and let's go and do stuff together and whatnot. So that's kind of nice and weird, and like I'm starting to kind of like change personality wise. I want to say something interesting. I had a fantastic conversation with one of my few mentors that I still talk to. And frankly, one of my few, it makes it sound like I have a cadre. I really only have him as a mentor. For those of you who don't know, I don't talk to my parents anymore. It's complicated. The simplicity of it is they got a restraining order on me because I was an asshole. I drank too much and I was being an asshole. And they got a restraining order for 2 years. And that's bad. But then how they dealt with my wife in that process, because she was living in the back house. And so my wife and I weren't living together for about a year. Or maybe 6 months. It felt forever. It felt like forever. Anyhow. But how they dealt with my wife, that was the issue. Like, the restraining order against me is kind of weird and messed up, but how they dealt with my wife was bad. So I'm not really I'm not in communication with them. And so it's been weird, and my mom's trying to like, hey, how you doing, to me and my wife, and trying to like whatever. So my mentor, going back to my mentor, now his name is Eamon, and he's probably watching this video, and I love you. You're awesome. He's one of those people that literally has done a lifetime of things in an impossibly limited amount of time. In my head, he is still a 30-year-old, but I think he's maybe in his 40s, maybe almost 50 now. Sorry, not trying to call you out, bro. And he has always stood out as a stalwart person. But I will say this, and if you're watching this, know that I love you, and I will say this to your face, and I look forward to having a conversation about it. You are infinitely confusing, and I don't understand. I don't understand your mind, how you do things. It is a wonderful, beautiful puzzle. And I love it. I love it. I feel like I wish everyone could find, and everyone should find, a person that is immensely complicated and different and weird, but is also someone who is wise and will help you in direct you in the way that works for you towards your goals and your aspirations. And I want to share a story. There was a lot of things I talked to Eamon about, but there was one story in particular, aside for all the uncouth jokes. There was one story in particular that just resonated with me. I mean, the whole thing, it's so annoying. I don't want to negate all the wonderful things he said or try and categorize it one way or another, because it doesn't categorize. But I just want to say this story because it impinged. You know what? I'm gonna do two. I'll do the bad story, the bad/good story first, and then the other story second. So one was him sharing his story with me, and I'm sorry if I'm talking out of pocket, but I just think it was important. He was running a small business. He basically got sued, and then because he got sued, he was in a point of great affluence, doing well, not, buying alligator shoes well, but just doing well. And suddenly, kaput, everything's gone because this one person who had a dad who was a lawyer sued him, and he had to liquidate all his assets, and he went from, call it plus 20 to negative 50. Okay? I didn't know this. I didn't know this at all. I wasn't really in communication with my mentor at this point, not for just me reasons. So I'm finding out this now, and that sucks. And to acknowledge that he went from that to where he's at now, which again, not alligator shoes, but he's happily married. Because of that, he got around to meeting back up with the love of his life and marrying her, and then they have a kid together, and that's amazing, and it's beautiful. And I don't think that one needs to go through that deep dip to get there, but I honestly don't think Eamon needed to get there either, and it sucks that he did that. And all that really told me, the story was I'm happy that that's how he met his wife, but also you need to protect yourself, because as much as you might be a good person, there are people out there who don't care and will do whatever they can to get you. So just be careful. So that aside, that was one story. And then the second story he told me was a relative of his. I believe. Yeah. Or a friend. We'll just call it a friend, because I don't know if it was a relative, but a friend. And this friend, through different circumstances, decided that he wasn't okay with men who interacted with underage children. So he went on a bit of I guess the news media would call it a rampage, and he dealt and did what needed to be done. And what was interesting to me is, unfortunately, how he got caught was because there was an altercation and he got wounded, and then the paramedics were called, and then he got caught. So while he was doing a public service, I would consider a public service, unfortunately got injured in the line of duty and was caught. And throughout the whole process of the legal process, they want to know, hey, are you apologetic or whatever? And he's like, no, if I could have done more, I would have done more. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. And I'm over dramatizing it. Eamon told me the story, and maybe he was over dramatizing it. I'm not even doing a good job. Frankly, I'm not doing a good job of selling it, because what this person did to me was so amazing and so appreciative. And I'm sorry if it seems like I'm just making videos about this stuff. Whatever. I should be focusing on my wife, who's in bed right now, and my kid who's about to be born. But I just loved that there was this one person who did what needed to be done, and he did it well, and unfortunately was caught. And then unfortunately, our justice system didn't help defend him and be like, actually, I think we can cancel. There's two things that could be canceled out here, and swapped out, but no, that's not what happened. So he's serving life in prison for what he did. But I just want to give him a soft applause. Frankly, it's been on my mind. I kind of want to talk to him and thank him. I don't know how to do that. I'll figure that out. But I just want to say, the moral of this video is, we all have our moments. We all have our things, our epiphanies of, hey, I want to do this, yada yada. This will be beneficial for all mankind, or this will be a good thing. It doesn't have to be so all of mankind, but you need to pursue that. Frankly, it is important to pursue your goals, your aspirations, and also realize that, hey, life is fleeting. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, pursue these things, and move forward. Always move forward. So it's okay if you feel like you're horrible and you're low here. That's fine. Just keep moving up. It can be little itty bitty steps. It's okay. Instead of 3 taquitos, you had 2 today. That's fine. Bravo. Good job. Just keep working on it, man. Or woman, or whatever. Child. I love you all. I am very much looking forward to being a dad. We're going to see how well I do. I don't know. I hope for the best. We have a name in mind, but we're going to see what it is. Yeah. Crazy lighting. Sorry guys. I need to get a new lighting set up in my office, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna make new videos. I am listening to books. Chronicles of Narnia is what's on the tablet right now, or not a tablet. What's on the docket, and other stuff. It's been good. I'm listening to books. I'm watching stuff. So I have been busy. I have stuff to record. It's just been a bit busy and trying to be prepared for being a dad. So I love you all. And hopefully, Eamon and myself are going to create a podcast soon. And that'll be fun. It might be once a week, go down and do the podcast and post it and start a thing. I think it'll be fun. I have no idea what to expect, but it should be fun. Anyhow, love you all. Bye-bye. Bye, man out.